Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I am the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, is FHM producer Jeff, who is pictured in the top right-hand corner of your screen.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with our 1970s LA Kings.
Yeah, now actually into the 1970s. Or at least we're in the 70-71 season. So I will show you how we've done so far. Steady improvement, I think. 51 points in the first season, 60 in the second, 78 in the third, and we've made the playoffs the last couple of years. So we've been slowly building this team up. Had a decent draft, wound up getting Reggie Leach. We actually traded for some draft picks, expecting and knowing it was going to be a deep draft in 1970, and forgot, however, that Buffalo and Vancouver, the expansion teams, drafted ahead of us, so we lost our shot at Gilbert Perreault and Darryl Sittler and wound up with Reggie Leach, which still isn't a bad consolation prize, particularly if we can get another forward next year. And to that end, we're going to see if we can pick up right now another first rounder, and then maybe when we get closer to the deadline, see who's down a little lower in the standings and take a shot at hopefully maybe packaging our first rounder with the one we trade for, if, assuming that works, and moving up in the draft to there's Lafleur's out there this year. I think Larry Robinson's out there and Marcel Dion. So anything in the top three would be great. So Adam, you were saying you were able to get into do a deal with Rangers in the game you're looking at?
Yes. I got, and let me just find the trade here a second ago. We gave up right defenseman Joe Zanussi.
Yep, saying the Rangers have a weakness at right defense. Okay.
And a fourth and a seventh.
Okay, not really going to get anything too impressive. That's both from this year, from 71?
That's both from this year, yeah.
Yep.
To the Rangers. And we got and again in my game, so we'll see if it works in this one. Their first overall pick, or first round pick, and we also took on center Bill Orban,
who's probably about 1 star, I guess.
He is.
Yeah, trade block, 1 star, and
Gudu Creative says in the chat, hi. So hi Gudu, thanks for coming, tuning in.
I'm surprised they'll accept us. I mean, even the Rangers, the Rangers have won the Cup 3 out of 4 years in this game, so they're expecting to be finishing near the top. But
yes, I'm
still surprised they were willing to do this. So let's see what happens if they're not really getting a whole lot back. I mean, Zanussi was a Ranger in real life. He was part of the trade that sent Brad Park to Boston and Phil Esposito to the Rangers, but I can't see them going for this, but I'll try. And I've played through the exhibition season. We went 2-3-2, I think. Yeah, 2-3-2. Didn't do too badly. This is what our player stats looked like for the preseason. Didn't get a lot of scoring out of anybody in particular. Leach wasn't getting much time. I've changed his ice time around a little bit as we start the season. And the goalie stats in the preseason, for some reason, looks like the AI decided to play Jerry Cheevers the whole way. The nice part about that is you can see he's got that 5 there, so he is red hot to go into the start of the regular season, which is another 1-2 days away. So I'm going to forward this. Maybe we'll get an answer back on that trade with Buffalo, but just scouting reports, season preview. Do we even get mentioned? Don't see any of our guys. No, Barry Long being mentioned as a possible Norris contender. That's kind of a surprise. Oh, Jerry Cheevers of Los Angeles is a goalie. Is one of the top goalies. So we got a top 3 goalie list. Yep.
Right now, Gordie Howe in my trade block. But we should.
42 years old, still 4 stars. No, we're trying to build with the young guys though. So as much as I'd like to have Gordie.
Okay, I'm just gonna play around with this a bit to see what it would actually take to get.
Yeah, I think we'd have trouble getting him anyhow because he's still rated so high. I think we'd probably have to give up some pretty big pieces to get him.
This might go a little bit easier than we think.
But anyhow, we got Vancouver opening the season. I think I've got the lineup set the way I wanted it.
Oh, okay. We have to do this. We give up Brian Morenz and a 5th and an 8th rounder, and we get Gordie Howe.
Who's probably going to retire after this season.
I don't care. How can you not want Gordie Howe on this team? We could actually win the Stanley Cup with Gordie Howe.
Let me try. See if I can do it. Wondering why they even put him on the trading block. Unless he was unhappy about something.
I don't know, but you can't not have Gordie Howe. If he's available. He's still signed for a bit yet, I think.
Yeah, as long as we don't lose him to the WHA.
This is worth... His nickname is Mr. Hockey. This is totally worth whatever. We bring the superpower.
Okay, but for now we got the Canucks. I'm just going to sim this game, but I want to see the result. And we beat Vancouver. Vancouver loses its first game ever, 2-1 for us. And Sharon gets a winner in the second, and looks like a pretty good game out of Jerry Cheevers. And the other thing, which we didn't watch last time, the Canucks for some reason had a shot at Perreault and I think Sittler too, and decided to go for Chuck Lefley instead, who it looks like had an assist in this game and for some reason managed to get into a fight. But that's typical Canucks drafting. I'm sure there'll be plenty more of that to come in this game. But I will play out... well, I better go day by day just to see... Okay, the Rangers took that trade with the first rounder.
As expected.
Oops, we got Orban on the active roster. I'm going to send him down to the reserve list. Yeah, I don't care if he's on waivers. Oops, thought I sent him down. And there we go. You got your trade. Gordie Howe for a guy half his age and 2 draft picks.
How do you not love that? Come on.
Okay, but now that we got him, what do we do with him? I got to send somebody down. That's probably going to be Selby, who's pretty much done with us, I think.
Yeah, I think say there's a guy who comes out if he's dressed.
Not dressed right now. Probably Bordelot's going to have to be the guy who comes out. Gordie could play center too if we had to, but we're pretty deep there. Let's see how the AI wants to use him. Ernie Hickenkatola, yeah, okay, and does push our first round pick Leach down to the 4th line.
I moved Leach up to our second left and push Bradbury down to 3rd line if he was there.
Bob Berry, yeah, second. On the other hand, we've got Maloney, who's other high draft pick on the 3rd line. I'm going to leave it as it is for... I'm going to run this out to the end of October. We're actually, if you haven't watched these historical games we've been doing, whoops, too many players. Who is up this time? Selby. Why is Selby not going down when I do that?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But we tend to to move ahead a lot faster than we do in our modern games, just because we're trying to get to the point where the Kings are actual contenders and it starts to get interesting.
Well, they might be now with somebody on the wing.
Yeah, let's see. No interesting news. Development report. Bill White going downhill already. That's not great. Don Maloney improving. Good.
I'm just going to point out, very happy we got Gordie Howe.
So this would look at Gordie sprained his thumb after what was it 7 games with us, and he's out for a month or 2.
Well, that hurts, but.
And ironic, for some reason, we don't have... No, we should have... There's nobody wearing 9. I'm not sure why it gave him that, but... Or is somebody wearing 9? Because it's put him in... it's given him number 99. So basically, this is the Gretzky trade about 20 years ahead of its time.
That's even better.
But I've got to swap Bordelot back in then, and Leach will get a little bit more playing time. Just checking on the tactics. Yeah, we got
just taking a quick look.
Fred Shearo's system and collapsing to the net. Yeah, we got up to full familiarity in both of those.
Simon Nolet has number 9, apparently.
Alright, he's on the reserve list, so... Sorry, Simon, but you're gonna change to 39, and we're putting 9 on Gordie.
We might also want to put a couple of these guys on the trade blocks who are kind of angry at us, too. As a thought.
Yeah, Billy Inglis wound up coaching Buffalo for about 5 minutes in the 80s. We can trade block him. And we got a couple of guys who are mildly unhappy. Orban, the guy that we got from the Rangers, isn't happy. But we sent him down right away, but too bad. And just taking a look at where we are in the standings after that. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice. We're 8-0 to start the season.
Yeah, and you thought that was a bad trade.
Well, no, it's probably still won't be if he retires right away, but that's the best start we've ever had in one of these games, as far as I can remember. Oh, no, didn't we? You had a good one with the Jets one year, I think.
We did. I just want to point out as well, we have a plus 12 goal differential, which is, been negative.
Yeah, not bad at all. But, okay, I'm going to run this for another month, seeing the first one went so well, and see how that goes for us here. And we're still not doing too bad. 13-4, 13-5. Even without Gordie, I think we're bordering on legitimate cup contenders here, so maybe I want to slow this game down a little bit. And Gordie Howe starting to decline already, so let's hope he doesn't do that too fast. Standings.
Well, it's not like we gave up a huge amount for him.
Yeah, true. Standings at the end of November. Okay, we're doing well, but it turns out Pittsburgh and Chicago are doing even better, so we are actually down to 3rd in the division.
Ooh.
Have a quick... Keith Magnuson is herniated disc in his back, so he's out for a couple of months. Gonna have to put Dennis Patterson, the rookie, in. So Gordie's 2 or 3 weeks away, and Magnuson's a month or 2. Well, maybe I'll swap one. I'll try putting Yvonne Lambert in. Yeah, he goes on the 3rd line. That sort of makes me... We're getting a little thin on defense, so we got to watch with trading guys away now. Bobby Orr and Ed Jasmine, players of the month.
Well, just take a quick look at who's on the trade block, too, in case there's somebody of interest.
Just checking waivers, too. Having a look through all the teams and nobody... Oops.
I think we might still have...
Might still have...
some guys, free agents we didn't sign who are a defenseman. Randy McKay, or Ray McKay. And Mike Baumgartner's out there on free agency as well.
Yeah, nobody better than 1.5 stars in
No.
free agency. There's McKay, maybe. Yeah, we got a couple other 1.5 star guys. I'm just wondering if we should maybe look for somebody in the 2.5 star range.
We may also want to look at re-signing some of our upcoming free agents.
Yeah, don't have Kotola. Yeah, we want to get him under a deal. He's been one of our better players. Yeah, 75,000 for 3. That's reasonable.
Pappin's also playing fairly well, I think, isn't he?
Yep, still producing. Even though he's hit 30, but from what I remember, he was good until about the mid-70s in real life. He wants 90. That's a little bit more, but give it to him. Larry Lund, who's not playing a whole lot for us. I won't sign him right away. And Sather, who hasn't played at all for us this season, so I'm going to let that go and run it through till the new year.
So you want to look for a defenseman? Is that...
Yeah, like a 2.5 star guy, like a second pair defenseman, roughly.
Okay. Let me just take a look, because, I mean, we do have an excess of goalies we could trade.
Gonna cut that off, because Gordie Howe should be back pretty soon. Now, development report. Oh, Lambert coming along nicely. And Cartier, the defenseman we pick up, that seems to be developing, seems to keep developing, but much higher than he actually did in real life. But no, he's still stuck at 1 star, so I'm not sure what's going on with him. But is Howe back yet? Howe is day to day with a sprained thumb, so I'm just gonna go one day at a time till we get him. Board is pretty happy right now. Oh, they're not. Oh, yeah, it looks like we slipped a little bit. We're 20-11-2, 3rd in the division, and 5th in the league. You can see the interesting thing. The first 2 or 3 years we played this, the way the divisions were set up, it was all the established teams in the East Division and the expansion teams in the West, and you would normally see, the 6 East teams, and the number 6 team would be possibly even ahead of where the top team in the West was. But after the expansion, they stuck Vancouver and Buffalo in the East, moved Chicago over, and by that point the Western teams are starting to catch up. So there's a little bit more parity between the divisions now, and normally we would, I mean, with 3rd place in the West last year, the year before, would have been good for about, probably 6th in the East. But come on, Gordie, we need you back. Oops. Game with Minnesota, we win 5-2. And got the Blues next. 2-2 tie.
Okay, I think I got a trade for a defenseman if you're interested in hearing it.
Okay, let me hear it.
We send Wayne Thomas, who's one of our young goalies,
Yep.
And Glenn Sather to Pittsburgh for Ted McNeely, who's a left-hand defenseman, and Ab McDonald,
Let's see.
who's a throw-in.
Sather, and who's the other guy besides Sather? Oh, Wayne Thomas.
Wayne Thomas.
Who's going to be a pretty decent goalie, but was probably never going to get
We're
past
still
4th on
stacked.
our depth chart.
Yeah, I mean, we still got Wayne Malash and who's the other one?
Okay, Ted McAnally, who was, I think McAnally in real life had like one good season for the Seals. Oh, he's only 22, so that's nice. So I'm not sure how well he's going to develop, but he is kind of an upgrade
He's
for us right
20,
now.
not 20, not 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And
young. He's 2 stars, 3-star potential. So
who was the throw-in again?
Ab McDonald. He's on the trade block in my game.
They may have moved him already in this one. Yep, I don't see him, but they got Milan Marcetta on the trade block, so I'll try. He's only half a star, so I'll try with him. Because the main thing is getting the defenseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's our best option. I'm
I
pretty
was just
sure
looking for
I think we're overpaying a little bit there, but it'll get the deal
Well,
done at least.
kind of a 3-star swap for an extra guy, rather than giving up a draft pick, because we did kind of decimate our late round picks, which I can try and recoup.
Oh, we still want to, and Catola's out day to day only. That's not too bad. No, I don't want to play Sather. He was hurt, or we're trading him.
Well, in this game, it looks like you could trade Bill Orban to Boston for a 4th-round pick.
And we beat Chicago. That's not bad. It's there in first. Okay, and the Penguins will go for that trade. So we need to shuffle the roster down around a little bit.
If you want to bring back another pick for us.
Marcetta is down. And we've only got... Oh, I need to bring up a winger because I traded Sather. That's right. All right. Probably Nolay. And still no Gordie.
He's got to be close, right?
He has to be, but it's something we added in the new in FHM3 this year. There's a little more uncertainty about when your day-to-day guys are coming back, so he can linger there. It's like he's doing right now, sprained thumb, for a few days before he's finally ready, or may have a setback and get bumped back a little bit. And Montreal beats us 4-1. That's not great. Come on, Gordie.
Game he's been healthy and played in 28 games. So.
And we lose to Buffalo too. We need him. So there we go. How is
Latcos 1234 in the chat says, did that just say Bobby Orr scored 8 goals?
Nah, couldn't be. Hang on, let me look. Eight assists. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh God, 50 on the end. It's against the Canucks naturally. 15-1 for Boston. But Chuck Lefley, the first-round pick, gets a goal. I want to look at that box. No, I don't want to look at the box score, but let's dig it up just to be perverse.
8 assists. Wow.
4-0 at the end of the first, 9-1 at the second, and they put in 6 more in the third. Who's in goal for that? Andy Brown, who I think they got from us, 8 goals on 25 shots. Then Joe Daly does no better. 100 game rating for Orr, +/-5. Oh, he was only +5, so he must have gotten a bunch of that in the power play. And he only played 22 minutes. Who else got? Johnny Busek, 5 points. Bill Goldsworthy, 4 goals and assist. Ross Lonsbury, a hat trick. Berenson, 4 points. I mean, this isn't even... The Bruins aren't even as good as they are in real life because they didn't get Esposito and they didn't and we've got Cheevers. Oh, naturally, McAneely, the guy we just got, goes out for 2 weeks.
Of course he does.
But Nolay can go back down. And Howe is still showing day-to-day, but I'm activating him and dressing him.
Good.
Oh, no, he can't be dressed yet. Oh, McAneely's back skating already. Whoops. And Penguins started Wayne Thomas against us and still lost 2-1. We're getting it with injuries this year. Dennis Kern's out now. And he's only day-to-day, but I'm going to have to bring up a defenseman to cover for him and send somebody down. So
well, did you make that Bill Orban trade?
Yep. Oh, no, I didn't trade the one for the draft pick. What was that?
Yeah, Bill Orban to Buffalo because I believe they're looking for a center for a 4th-round pick, which just recoups a little bit for us.
Yeah. Okay.
And we would probably trade. Who else is angry? We have Billy Inglis on the trade block. We could probably trade him too for a pick.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look through and see if there's anybody looking for a center that we can dump Inglis on.
Well, Boston is looking for a center in this game.
Detroit is looking for a center in this one. Montreal is, and Vancouver. And Vancouver probably needs the help worse than anybody, so...
Inglis, you can get a 3rd-round pick for.
And it's Canucks 3rd-rounder, so it's almost a 2nd.
And again, it helps reinforce since we traded away some of our mid-round picks there for Gordie Howe.
Who's still not quite ready to come back yet, but hopefully...
Well, these picks could also help us trade up in the
there we go. Finally, Katola is ready to come back. Well, they've still got the yellow cross, so they're still injured a little bit, but they are good enough to play now, I say. Gonna sit Lund and Lambert out. That's odd. I didn't put Howe into the lineup. Try that again in a sec. And the Canucks take our Inglis for a 3rd-rounder.
Which is good.
Just going to put Howe on the 4th line just to see what's... Until he's back to 100%.
He shouldn't be too far away, I imagine.
No, it can't be. Only another game or 2 at the most. And we lose 4-2 to the Leafs. Hopefully he's ready sooner rather than later. And Katola's back to full strength. And lose 5-1 to the Flyers. So yeah, come on, Gordie. And we also got the Orban thing with Buffalo, so we get a couple of picks back there. Interesting trade. Toronto traded Rogie Vachon away, who'd been their backup for Serge Bernier. Vachon in California. California must be looking pretty good now. And, Toronto's got Gary Smith in goal. That's why they did that. He's their starter now. And California, actually, no, worst team in the league. That's kind of surprising because they've got a decent lineup from what I remember.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of stars. Oh, yeah, they've got, okay, they basically got one line and a goalie. And everything else is 1 star, 2 star, 1.5 star. That explains that. Oops. Is Gordie finally healthy? Yes, he is.
Excellent.
And Magnuson is getting fairly close too. That's strange. Why isn't it? There we go. Have to let the AI set up the organization again, but for some reason the coaching AI was ignoring Howe. Although it's putting Papin out and Bordelot in, so I've got to swap that. But now it's okay with Howe, and that's weird. I don't know why it would do that. Okay, now that that is more or less set up, I'm just going to finish this to the end of January. And looks like we're still winning. And development report in there. Magnuson is healthy again. Whoops. Maloney still coming along nicely. Bill White still going downhill. That's not great news. And various other miscellaneous stuff development-wise. And his Magnuson is healthy. Who goes down? Brossard. McNeely dresses. Oh, Patterson, that's who. Patterson has to come out. Magnuson goes in. And Patterson can actually go down too. So I think we are finally 100% healthy. And I'm just going to run this out to the end of February, and then we should have be within about a week of the trading deadline. We can decide what we want to do there. Okay, I think we've either lost Adam, or I'm assuming you guys can still hear me. Actually, wait, am I locked up here? Yep, I am still live, so Adam, it's something on your end. Weird. Okay. Anyhow, back to the game. I'll have to... So it looks like we're doing okay again. 36, 17, and 8. Second place in the West. 4th overall. Only team instead of us is Chicago. Looking pretty nice there. Uh-oh, Guy Charon, I just noticed, is injured. And Jerry Cheevers is goalie of the month. Might be the first time we've had a guy win that. Ah, boy, that's bad. Guy Charon, recurring back spasms, and he's out for a month or two. So we're going to have to drop Larry Lund in, and I'm wondering if maybe Howe is going to wind up moving over to center. Yeah, no, yeah, it keeps him. Oh yeah, because we still got Derek Sanderson. Wonder how he's been doing this year. I haven't even looked at the stats much yet. Katola leading us in scoring. Barry having another good year. Pappin, Ernie Hick, Dornhofer. Where's Howe? 21 points in 29 games for Gordie Howe. Not too bad. Dennis Kearns finally breaking out a little bit. Leach a little slow in his rookie year. And wow, we're sure overusing Cheevers there. Oh, he's got that. Oh, there we go. I've got. I can hear you now.
Yeah, no, there was some misconnection with us and the chat program. Something was going on.
Okay. Well, we're back anyhow. I gotta watch that. For some reason, it's starting Cheevers 100% of the time. He's going to wind up worn out by the end of the year.
Do we have it set to switch or rotate?
I'm going to look at that. Going to tone down the hottest goalie setting a little bit.
Alright, so where are we now?
Okay, I think it's
March
good.
1st?
Yeah, we're on March 1st, a week away from the trading deadline. So we want to try and grab one of those early picks. Looks like it's California, the bottom four are California, Minnesota, Buffalo, and Vancouver. I'm not stealing a Canucks first rounder from them.
You want to steal Canucks first rounder? Is that
No. That's what California's in the game for.
Okay, sorry. That's
it's their historical role. I'll see what. Okay, California's first round pick, and they need a left defenseman, but we don't want to give up any more of those.
Minnesota in this winger. They could also probably use a goalie by the looks of it, maybe.
Yeah, we're running out on goalies, so we only got Milosh as a backup.
Well, let's see here. Hold on. If we trade, we can probably get rid of the Rangers pick, right? They're still fairly high up.
Yeah, that was going to be part of the package. See, now what we're falling into now is there's the AI knows it's a top 3 or 4 pick, so it's going to insist on something really comparable. So I don't think we're going to be able to squeeze in there. I think what I'm going to try to do instead of going for one of the bottom 4 teams is go for somebody who's sort of on the fringe of that. Possibly.
St. Louis?
Or
Detroit?
I can't remember. I should. Is it cut off 5 or 6? I'm going to try. Man, we're really destroying Detroit here if we do, but.
Let's try St. Louis then. St. Louis would be.
No, it actually probably makes more sense to try and trade for Detroit if now that they don't have Howe anymore. So they'll probably be in trouble. Yeah, I'm not getting the trigger for that. Then it's too high a draft pick. And they have a weakness at center, and I think we traded away most of those that we had. We're kind of thin at center now. Let's see if they'll take a winger. I'm going to try packaging Lambert, who was a fairly, I think, our 3rd rounder last year. And what else we got? Karche, the guy who mysteriously keeps improving. Lambert, Karche, and the Rangers first rounder for the Wings first rounder. And they've already got 50 players under contract, so we can't do that. We got to take somebody back. Cardiff, and I'm just going to grab their... two worst players. Yeah, they're going to go for it. And we're close enough to the trading deadline that'll let us do that.
All right.
So we got the Red Wings first overall for Lambert, Cartier, and we got a couple of nobodies back. We're going to the minors. But did we lose another guy off our active roster? Yeah, I'm going to have to call somebody up, I think. Looks like Selby. Can never quite get rid of that guy.
Not sure if it's something we want to look into reinforce our defense or not, but Don available. And
So you cut out there?
we want to reinforce our defense a bit. Don Ari is available on the trade block in my game from Buffalo.
Nope, not in mine yet.
Goes to Detroit apparently, and Toronto was on the trade block.
Just gonna advance this right up to the trade block, I think.
Do we have anybody unhappy we should be unloading to recoup again another mid-round pick that we traded away?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look at that in a second. Not sure why these guys aren't staying down when I send them down, but Carruthers, the guy we just got, is unhappy, but there's no real point in trying to trade him because he's half a star and we're not going to get any kind of return for it. Otherwise, no, nobody we need to move. Just going to see maybe about grabbing a goalie as insurance for the playoffs.
Got 3 goalies. Surely we wouldn't lose all 3 goalies. Right.
Don't say that.
Knock on wood.
But Mike Curran, who I think was on the U.S. Olympic team at one point, if I remember right. Just grab him and...
Bob Johnson is available. In my game, at least. Free agents.
Which is not the coach Bob Johnson. That's the either dad or uncle of it's a gin goalie named Johnson that just played a couple of years ago. I can't remember his first name.
Chad?
Yeah. That's either his dad or his uncle, one of the two. And Curran signs with us, so we'll just send him down to the reserve list.
Did I not play with Calgary this year?
Oh yeah, I think he did. Yeah. This year, last year.
This year. It's him and Elliott. Memory serves.
Okay, yeah, well, we went past the trade deadline. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that, but didn't see too much going on. Philadelphia and California make a deal where California got Leon Rochefort and Dave Gilmore, who apparently Philadelphia must have acquired from Pink Floyd.
So we're sitting here pretty good at, what are we, 37, 18, and 9? Is that what it's
37, 18, and 9, yeah.
That's not a bad record.
Dryden finally got a second game. So I'll go to the end of the month, I think, with this. And 41 wins. Yeah, comfortably a new franchise points record for sure.
Excellent.
Another solid development report. Gordie Howe did not go downhill this time. That's good news. Although he's actually dropped to 3 stars somewhere along the way. But he's got a little mileage in him yet, I'm sure. And where are we? There's almost to the end of the regular season. I think it's 78 games this year. And yeah, it looks like we're definitely finishing in second in the West, so advance through that. Oh, and it looks like Guy Chiron will be back just in time for the playoffs, hopefully.
Even better.
And what should be an easy win here against California, it is.
There's something fascinating too to have Gordie Howe in the Shiro system. Just gonna point that out.
And not to mention a Kings uniform.
In a Kings uniform. Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, I was gonna start riding today. And we actually lost a game to the Canucks. We did have the backup in though.
That's still not acceptable.
And first Canuck goal scored by Billy Inglis, who you insisted on trading. So it's your fault.
Scored on who, sorry?
Billy Inglis, the guy that we traded for their 3rd rounder.
Oh. Well, that's still worth it.
But the good news is Guy Chiron is back in the lineup. So he will
We have to take a look at this. I think so. Let's check out.
Oh, did we get to the end of the regular season? Oh, yeah, we are at 78 games. So we finish 2 points shy of 100. But still, 98 points is a huge improvement over the last couple of years. 4th overall in the league, 2nd in the division. Not sure who that gets us in the playoffs. Can't remember the playoff system this year, but let's just take a look through the stats. Katoa leading us in scoring. Bob Berry, 71 points. Pretty nice. Pappen, another solid year. Ernie Hick, lots of assists. Chiron, a little disappointing, and even with the injury. Sanderson has an okay year. He's kind of on track. We got him from Boston and last week or 2 weeks ago, and he had, for some reason, not been developing at all in Boston. He's done a little bit better here, but he's still only 2.5 stars. But we may be able to get a little bit more out of him. Marat, White, are D's still looking pretty solid. Go ahead.
I'm just having a little bit of issue seeing. So how did Gordie Howe do?
36 points in 46 games. So not terrible. Not really Gordie Howe numbers though.
In mine, he had 74 points in 80 games. So shocking difference there.
Jerry Cheevers winds up playing 75 games, so we got to watch the settings on that next year. And I'm a little bit worried about what kind of shape he's going to be in going into the playoffs. But it looks like we got Pittsburgh in the first round. And it's they're actually starting Wayne Thomas against us, the guy we picked up. So I will play this one out. I think we got a little bit of time left. I can do it on high speed, but
well, we got to know who wins the Stanley Cup here, I think.
What I'll do is sim period end. Ernie Hick gets the first one for us, and we'll do it at super high speed.
All right.
Well, no, ideally we won't know who wins the Stanley Cup because it'll take so long to get there because we'll have to win a couple of series and we'll have a chance at it.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
But 2-0 for us at the end of the first. And Doug Brindley makes it 2-1 for us. Ouch, Cheevers gave up another one.
Cheers.
Not the time to get cold, Jerry. So 2-2 at the end of the second. Nine minutes, 8 minutes, counting down. They're not getting many shots on us, but... Oh, no. They got a shorthanded goal with 4 minutes left. And we wound up losing 3-2 in the first game of the playoffs. So let's just take a look at the playoff matchups. We've got Pittsburgh, Montreal and the Rangers, St. Louis and Chicago. Should be an easy one for Chicago. And Toronto and Boston. Okay, I'm not going to touch this one. I'm just going to try simming it.
Fingers crossed.
Cheevers versus Thomas again. And Pittsburgh wins 4-1. What's going on here?
What are you doing?
I didn't do anything.
You're going to blow it.
Is there anything I can change around line-wise? No, that looks okay. Gonna play this one just so it. And now they're out shooting us. So this is kind of reminding me of that Winnipeg game where we had such a good regular season and then got knocked off in the first round.
Yep.
But nothing at the end of the first. Okay, Catola makes it 1-0 for us. So come on, Cheevers, hang on here and redeem yourself a little bit. And Reggie Leach, rookie, gets it, makes it 2-0. But Brindley, again, same guy who cut the lead last time. 2-1, end of the third, or end of the second, and Brindley, what the... How is Doug Brindley getting all these goals? He was, if I remember right, he's a defense. Oh, no, he's a center. Don't remember him ever scoring much in real life, but 2-2. I don't believe it. All these nobodies. Dale McLeish makes it 3-2 for the Penguins. And they score into the empty net. 4-2 Pittsburgh. Tell me this isn't a... Best of 5?
No, it should be best of 7, I believe.
I hope it's best. Yeah, it's best of 7, but we're in big trouble. I'm going to take McNeely out. I'm going to try putting Kearns in. Not really a lot else that makes much sense to do. Going to pick up the tempo a little bit. We've been playing low tempo. I think we've done that right from the start. See if that makes any difference. And yeah, they were up like 4-0 on shots right away, and Guy Charon makes it 1-0 now, but that doesn't really mean anything because we keep blowing leads. Yeah, PWalk66 asking if you missed the big trade. Adam got us Gordie Howe.
Yes, I did.
And 2-1. Cheevers is just falling apart here. See, this is... Well, you play a guy 75 games in the regular season. We're getting outshot badly. The tactical advantage looks pretty... Oh, wow, their power play is a lot. I gotta see if I can change something here on the penalty killing. think that's going to make a huge difference, but I'll give it a shot. 2-2, and the beginning of the third. And this is a season on the line for us. Slow it down a little bit. And Cheevers lets one in with 4 minutes to go, and that's probably going to be the end of it. I'm just going to go all out. High tempo, high risk. And naturally, we give up a goal, and it's 4-2, and this will be it for us. PWOG66 asking when the next tease of FHM4 will be. Don't have anything planned right away. Still got a little bit of work we want to do on it. I'm going to be sending probably a basic list of features over to our PR guys fairly soon. And that is the end of the season.
Yes.
That was a crash and burn.
Unfortunate. But we'll see. Hopefully Gordie sticks around for another year.
See, this is your fault for saying you wanted to see who wins the Stanley Cup. Clearly.
I was expecting you to sim through it and was just going to show us when.
And Leafs and Rangers in the final.
Go Rangers, go.
Rangers dynasty in this game. 3 cups in 4 years. And looks like it's still going. Yeah, tied 2-2. Rangers up 3-2. Don't think they got a result yet. Oops. And that was, yep, the Rangers win it again. 5-1 in Game 6. And 4 cups in 5 years for the Rangers.
Very well done.
Rick McLeish gets the Calder Trophy for the Blues. Any of our guys get anything? Cheevers maybe get the Vezina. No, that was Ed Jasmine. Wayne Thomas actually won the save percentage award. He only played 32 games, but oh, do we have any free agents we need to wrap up? I should probably give one to contract.
Sharpez in the chat asks you, Pens or Sens tomorrow night?
Gotta go with the Sens.
I really don't know how to feel on this.
Come on, it's the only Canadian team left. You gotta go for them.
I know, but I don't think the Senators can beat Nashville. And I think Pittsburgh can. So I'm very torn on this. And I feel bad saying that because one of my best friends is an Ottawa Senators fan. But we'll have to see. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, you already know who won. So English are very smart by saying these things. And if you're watching this in the way future on YouTube, then you will have already known who won the Stanley Cup, so we'll sound really smart or really off.
And I think we were about ready to wind it up here, so I'm just going to take a quick, just waiting for it to load, the look at the leaders from this season. John Rattel, points lead a little lower than the real 70-71 stats were, but you didn't have that big powerhouse team in Boston. So you can see there that Ken Hodgson and Phil Esposito are both still with the Hawks. So they're not together with Orr. So point total's a little lower. Nobody got 50. McLeish just missed it. Pretty good rookie season for him. And are there Kings anywhere on this thing? Oh, Catola with 2 short-handed goals. And oh, just Rangers.
Phase-off percentage, Catola. And also shots blocked.
Oh, that's something. But yeah, I mean, the Rangers looking absolutely dominant right now in this game. Can't believe they were trying to trade Rattel at one point in the season. Kachuk's come along really well. Bill Fairbairn's better than he actually was. Yeah. See, the Rangers in this game are what the Bruins were in real life, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty dominant season for them. Yeah, they've even got Silaps sitting on there. Silaps Jr. sitting in the farm team, not even using him. But are we pretty much done here? Yeah, I think so. You want to go ahead and wrap it up, and I will just advance this a little bit.
And see if we lose Gordie.
You know, it's one more year before the WHA comes in, so we don't have to worry about him just yet.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/developments. If you want to talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, you can reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. Or you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. And there you can talk about Franchise Hockey Manager 2017 or just about anything else that you want to talk about. There's somebody there who will be willing to discuss it with you.
And
Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, but I almost missed my renewal notice, which I just signed, so that's 4 years. Pewog asking for about the football game. May have some news coming on that, but I'm not sure how soon it'll be.
Indeed.
Can't really say a whole lot about it right now.
No.
But
so
I think thanks for watching this train wreck. It was a good regular season at least. Well, we've
got into the playoffs.
Total collapse. And nothing. Oh, this is actually Tiger Williams. Oh no, he's coming into the game. He's not in the draft this year.
All right.
Well, the board isn't. The board wants us to make the playoffs again, which I think we can manage. But we are at July 1st, so let's wrap it up here. Thanks for coming out, everybody. And we will see you next week back with our Modern Detroit game, which hopefully won't result in a first-round playoff disappointment.
So, I was going to say firing, but...
Oh, yeah, we're kind of close there, aren't we?
We are.
So no matter what happens to this one, we're doing a little bit better.